In America, your life is judged by a number. It decides if you can live in a safe home, drive a car, get a job, or even fall in love. 719, you're approved. 548, you're a risk to society. This number follows you everywhere, into banks, employers' offices, even dating apps. It doesn't measure who you are. It measures how useful you are to the financial system. This is credit score, a silent rating of your economic value. Not your morality, not your character, just your profitability. Credit scoring wasn't created to help you. It was created to protect lenders. In the 1950s and 60s, banks needed a faster way to decide who can we profit from. So they built a formula, cold, mathematical, no emotion, no second chances. And slowly, America was convinced your worth is your score. Today, a tiny data model has more power over your future than any human ever will. Credit score didn't just enter the economy, it entered your identity. Did you miss one bill? You're marked unreliable, used too much of your limit, you're financially dangerous. Even checking your own score can lower your score. The algorithm watches how often you breathe financially, how close you are to collapsing. It learns your fears, it punishes your mistakes, but never acknowledges your recovery. It doesn't see your struggle, it only sees your data, and every decision is made before you ever enter the room. Credit score doesn't measure your past, it predicts your failure. In America, your dreams require permission from a number. Want to rent an apartment? Score too low, not approved. Want a car to get to work? Loan denied. Even certain jobs will reject you before the interview because your score says you might cause financial problems. A 3-digit code now decides where you can sleep, how far you can travel, and who will trust you. You are not judged by your actions. You are judged by your data profile. Here's the biggest trick. The people with less money are forced to pay more money. High score, low interest. Low score, high interest. Meaning, if you're already struggling, the system will charge you extra for being poor. A 580 score renter may pay $250, $300 more every month for the same car or same home than someone with 750. This isn't finance. This is legalized financial punishment. Your score doesn't just track debt, it tracks your behavior. When you open a card, when you apply for credit, how close you get to zero at the end of the month. Every click, every swipe, every purchase, sold to data brokers, fed into the model. Not because they care about your financial health, but because fear makes money. The lower your score, the more interest they can charge, the more they profit. Your struggles are their business model. Credit score isn't a financial system, it's a psychology system. Every drop in score feels like shame. Every approval feels like validation. You're trained to chase the green number like a rat trained to press a button for a drop of water. You learn to borrow more, so they can own more of you. Debt becomes normal. Fear becomes habit. Control becomes invisible. The perfect trap is the one you think is helping you. There's a reason this system never changes, because it works perfectly for the people who built it. Banks profit when you're scared. Corporations profit when you're stuck. Landlords profit when you're desperate. Your fear becomes their revenue. The lower your score, the higher they charge, and the longer they own you. You think you're borrowing money, but really, you're borrowing permission to survive. This isn't a financial score, it's a control score. Here's the twist. This whole system was designed for the middle class. The rich don't depend on credit scores. They depend on assets. Wealthy people don't ask banks for permission. They use their investments as leverage to print their own money. Where you use credit cards, they use companies. Where you take loans, they take equity. The rich score isn't a number, it's ownership. Credit score is a game designed for players who were never meant to win. You can't escape the system, but you can escape its control. The goal isn't a high score, the goal is no score. Build assets, not approvals. Grow ownership, not your number. Because once you stop being someone the system profits from, you stop being controlled by it. Your value is not 3 digits. Your life is not a metric. You are worth more than a number on a screen. If this helped you see money differently, subscribe and learn with us.